Moving on now to the Los Angeles Chargers, who had some great players fall to them. Rashawn Slater, number one, or in the first round pick, 13. And then in the second round, they got Asante Samuel Jr. At 47 overall, which I thought he was going to be gone. I had him in the
Yep.
first round easily, but this looks like a solid draft for the Chargers. I have it at A minus overall. Josh Palmer in their third round pick. I had him
Mm-hmm.
at the Raiders in like the fifth round pick.
Mm.
uh, so I don't agree with them picking him that high. I think they could have got him later, and that's the only knock against them is him high. But I like the pick. I just think he could have been lower because I had him going lower in
Yeah, a
general.
lot of people love Josh Palmer. He did not play with a good quarterback in college. And I think even just in terms of his ability to be a tremendous special teams player, and I think looking at the rest of the Chargers roster, I think that makes a ton of sense. You lose a guy like Desmond King last year that you had traded. He's probably only going to be your fourth receiver. But the fact that he can do all these other things as well. And yeah, I didn't have an issue with that value pick. There's so many fans on social media that drive me crazy because it's third round and they're like, we have to get a tight end to replace Hunter Henry. You are not going to find a tight end in the third round that's going to replace Hunter Henry, especially their first year, right? Like you can start to develop these like projects and stuff, but just because like you have a hole doesn't mean that that's the position that you fill. So it's just crazy. But when like
Yeah.
I saw fans saying, Chargers need to get Rashawn Slater in the first and Asante Samuel in the second, like a week before the draft, I'm just laughing. Like there is
Yeah.
no freaking way. Like I don't think that there's a chance to get Slater in the first unless a lot of stuff falls their way. And there's no way Samuel is there in the second. The fact that both of those things happen, like part of it's like, yeah, I had to eat crow, but at the second time, everybody's saying, I can't believe this happened. They were able to get the best player on the board with both those picks, and they just happened to be uber positions of need for them. I thought it was great. And then even just with a couple of their picks later on, the defensive end they got, the tight end they got, I think that there is some upside there. I really gave the Chargers just an A plus though, because I think that your two first picks were absolute home runs at tremendous positions, the most positions of need for them. I think that they're going to find a way to come in second in the division behind the Chiefs last year, barring major injuries across the board. But I loved everything that they did with this draft, especially with the fact that Tom Telesco historically has moved up a lot to get players that are not that great, like Jeremiah Atachu or somebody. So the fact that they were able to stay pat and still get these elite players, I thought was as big of a win as you could have possibly got.